Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Dr. P, welcome back to the channel for another Fortnite video. The Discord has been hot, and we've got a lot to cover in this one, so definitely make sure to stick around until the very end of the video. To kick things off, the red rift in OG is slowly beginning to shrink, with the cracked tips beginning to wane. This of course will continue until it becomes a small rift, the one that will eventually summon Kevin the Cube. We're just 12 days out from that happening though, so the rift has got a long ways to shrink in a relatively short amount of time. And then in Chapter 6, new this season is Peely walking around as an NPC, and typically when he's here, it's a sign that something crucial is going to happen. Remember that the Oracle said that he was a linchpin holding together all of reality. David the Rune continues, saying just a feeling, his sudden appearance is a bit sus, and the dialogue so far are pretty random too. Maybe it even has something to do with the hydropower company, or maybe this wreck is the Swarm's most recent stop before heading to Utopia. Speaking of Utopia, in a recent Fortnite clip that they posted on social media featuring the Green Power Ranger, it was teased that Utopia City is going to be totally taken over by the Hive, or at least a hive as indicated by the Hive's smoke in place of Utopia City. This isn't too surprising because Hope's vision pretty much guaranteed the same thing, and we've been talking about that for quite some time, but nonetheless it's cool to see Fortnite confirm it. So you probably know at this point that if you get to stage 6 of 6 of the first wave of the Welcome to the Infestation quests, you actually get to see this portal open up and you can interact with it. Of course it turns red once you interact with it, but this is how the bugs are coming from the spirit realm to Oninoshima. Recently there's been some talks about what's actually visible through the first stage of the portal, because when it's red it is totally closed, it's very small, it's red obviously, but when it's purple, when you look through it you can see some sort of a galaxy. And that's where the Raging Reaper comes in with a theory that I've summed up as, while the bugs are confirmed to come from the spirit realm, this galaxy likely represents a vast region within it, suggesting the realm is far larger and more diverse than previously believed, home to many different creatures and not just demons. This points towards a deeper exploration of the spirit realm itself, likely culminating in our invasion of it. This would align with what the Night Rose and Daigo have been saying in their voice lines, talking about the membrane thinning between the spirit realm and Oninoshima. We've seen a ton of creatures emerge from this realm, but not too many of them appear to be too related to each other. For example, the bugs have a different color scheme than the demons. Who really knows how far and wide the spirit realm extends? I have a feeling we're about to find out soon. Infested Eclipse says upcoming Hive evolution. In the Spartan loading screen there is some strange purple crystal-like growths forming at the bottom of the hives. If you zoom in and look a little closer, you will indeed see these different clumps of these strange purple crystals. I've seen people take this a ton of different directions, with some people relating it to the cube and talking about Kevin's respawning that's happening here shortly. I gotta say though, the eradication weapons for the OXR this season, it looks like they could be made from this substance. I think there's a really good chance that's the case. Nonetheless, it would be really cool to find out exactly what that material is for a lot of different reasons. Next, I want to talk about the new Drift. We've already done quite a bit of theorizing revolving him, a lot of it due to the use of unknown in his description, but clearly there's a lot more of it to do. It appears that his pickaxe, the Riftbreaker's Edge, contains a direct call out to the description of a chrome pickaxe from Fortnitemares 2022. For reference, the Riftbreaker's Edge pickaxe description says, "Control the flow of reality." The Unmaker, the 2022 pickaxe in question, that description says, "Stop the flow of reality." Could OG just be some giant experiment from the last reality? That would make this theory make sense given the fact that the game mode's codename is Figment. You know, like figment of your imagination. But anyway, Epic knows exactly what they're doing, especially with these high-profile story characters when they're writing the descriptions, so I'm pretty sure this is not a coincidence. So pretty recently we got some new survey skins from Epic, and of all of these different skins, some of them in particular were especially interesting. And according to leaks, it does not appear to be releasing until Chapter 7. But with all the recent talk we've had of Geno possibly returning, a very popular theory right now is that these three are members of Geno's inner circle, and further that each member of the inner circle is named / themed after a tarot card to protect their identities. In case you're unfamiliar, a tarot card is basically a playing card, and they are often used in fortune telling, and the way it's set up is that there is numbers 1 through 78. The interesting thing about these three survey skins is that they do appear to have different numbers on their characters that might help us tie into who they actually are. For example, this warrior lioness has the number 8 across her jacket. Using tarot, that number represents strength. This demonic entity with the red horns would tie into the devil. That brings us to this guy, the guy who a lot of people are saying looks and resembles Rift Warden Stellan, who of course was the Ageless's right-hand man. The number 1 can be found on this guy, and that would give him the name of the Magician. For those that are hoping this is in fact Stellan, the name the Magician does make some sense. Basically, Stellan's entire thing was consulting the stars for various answers. That seems a lot like fortune telling to me. Here's another really interesting point that I can't think we can exclude. Every member of the tarot faction has the exact same red gem embedded in their masks on their foreheads. Reaper says perhaps this gem is controlling each of these characters or has some sort of hold over them, hence it is being located near each of their brains. I mean, we've been going through this massive ordeal with these different masks and people being possessed, so it definitely would not be too out of place. However, again, it's so notable that they all have the exact same gem right there, and it appears to be glowing. And it's certainly interesting that no matter what the game mode really is, we keep getting the recurring red color theme. Reaper says, I definitely expect this to be significant, possibly even related to what their goals are in Chapter 7. Adding on to this, Sand says, I'm extra fascinated because the Stellan one has the star patterns, as in the cosmic world they use to search for answers regarding fate. Hope has prophecy powers. I hope we can free this Stellan character and team up. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is this actually Stellan? Is this actually Geno's inner circle? What do we think these gems mean? There's literally so much to talk about and theorize about right now, it's insane. Join the Discord to become part of the conversation, drop a like on this video, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.